This is the watch list video for July 20th, which will be Wednesday. Quick glance at the SPY. Again, as I said yesterday, we just made a huge move up. Summer trading, very low volume. So we're just consolidating up here. Amazing day in the chat, though, man. We rooted out some huge ones. Let's start with the watch list for tomorrow, and I might actually, I've got to stumble across a couple of them as we're doing it because I want to watch SPU tomorrow because they had this huge two-day move. Sellers came in and it's starting back up again. On an intraday basis, I called this long right here when it looked like this. I think I said let me double check, 535. And the stop, I don't know, like 20 cents below. And the reason for the call, you had this huge move, came down yesterday, came down today, never broke its early high, but you kind of had an intraday cup and handle. So my thinking was over this, you light up the new high of day ticker, maybe take out yesterday's close and maybe take off, right? So with a very low risk and recent action, look what happens. Man, everything was just amazing. And the reason it's back on the watch list is because it can make moves like that. Now, it's certainly extended and far away from moving averages, but, I don't want to say that doesn't matter because it does. But if we get the proper setup, we might get another nice quick trade. Okay, so that is on watch, ZAIS. And it's 2 days lower after this big pop and this big pop, but back down to support. So I'll put that on bounce watch. Not in love with it, but doesn't cost me anything to have it on a chart. OPTT. My God, I was watching this thing over $6 today when it looked probably like this. I liked it over 6. Was going to call it in the room if it broke through 6 around 6:05. And I stepped out of the room to do something. And when I came back, it looked like this. So, and I was watching that one all morning. So that was one of the biggest movers of the day. The first thing I did was did a chat room search to see if anyone caught it, and not surprisingly at all, 2 or 3 people were on this and got many people in the room in it, basically on this candle right here. And that, even without me calling it or seeing it, I was out of the room. That hurt pretty bad, but SPU certainly made up for it. A monster move. And just like SPU, this thing is so crazy strong, but you can also see how whippy it is because you've got topping tails. But if you're a day trader, there's a lot of money to be made if you get a proper setup. So no way I'm not going to have OPTT on a chart. LEDS, had this crazy move, consolidating, tried to break to the upside today, gave a lot of it back, but that goes back on watch tomorrow too. Again, I try to focus on the recent high flyers. CERU, nice breakout today. I'll just be looking for a red to green, some kind of follow through tomorrow. Nice volume there. BLDP. Now this one almost round tripped. It closed here, then it gapped up and ripped, and almost round trip. So I don't like it that much, but sometimes you can get a third day play where it goes higher again. I would have preferred it stayed in the upper half of that green candle from yesterday today, so that didn't happen. But again, doesn't cost me anything to put it on a chart. This one's super interesting. TWER. You can see that volume today. This was on watch yesterday. I didn't have it on the watch list today, but a couple people in chat put this on my radar today, and then I was able to make a call on it on an intraday basis. And I said if it closes strong, it's going to look good on the daily too. And it is because you got a nice base down here, nice support, big volume, and super low float. So I want to watch this one. As far as on an intraday basis, I called it look like this. Okay, so you had these big pops. If you watched my video a couple nights ago, I said I like the way this thing makes really big moves. And so then you can kind of picture right here kind of a cup and handle. So I called it over 270. I think I said 271. Worst case stop like 15 cents below, thinking it could break out of this little cup and maybe challenge these highs. And it did better than that even. Massive move. Looks good on 60. No, 60s, I got that gap. It shows up weird. The chart's wrong. But it looks good on the daily. So I'll be watching it again tomorrow for maybe a red to green, something like that. Couple really big trades today, though, between that one and SPU. And obviously the OPTT that I missed. Let's see. That's... Where are we here? TWER. HTBX. This one's interesting. I had this on watch before I went on vacation. It had this pop, and then it was kind of flagging. It's still sideways, but a nice volume spike today. I'll zoom in. I'll zoom in a little bit. It's made big moves in the past. That's always important to me. Doesn't have a very big float for a stock under $1. I almost never trade stocks under $1, but this one's pretty handsome. You had this high back here to 83 cents, right? Now you've got a lower high on volume again. Today it hit 80. So I like this one over 80. That should get it through 83. Wouldn't be surprised to see it get to $1 if that happens. So Want to watch HTBX, PRKR. You know, had this big move here from 5 to over 8, gave back a lot of it. Then today, inside day, right? Inside of that big range, and you just got a high and a lower high. So maybe if it can break over 650, that one might just get going. So that one I want to watch. And then lastly, I've got BGI. Huge move back here, and it's just been kind of flagging ever since. It's starting to find buyers down here. A little bit of a volume spike today, so I like it. I don't really have a trigger price. I mean, maybe over 265 over today's high. You could see that maybe getting up to 3, and if it gets through 3, you could see it getting stupid again. So that one is also one to watch. We're going to add gappers in the morning as a group, but this is plenty to watch for tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.